Hey everybody, and welcome back to a new video. I don't know if I like this light. Hold on. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? I can be like spooky. Oh yeah, we're not doing it without. Okay. Today, we're gonna do something a little different. I saw this video on YouTube at some point. I can't remember who created it, but they used the Save the Cat Writes a Novel method with tarot cards and used the tarot cards to kind of pick how the story was gonna go. So, I have with me here a dog off screen. I put the beats on this sheet. The ones that had like multi-scenes, I added a couple different like lines. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna first take this. I'm gonna shuffle the tarot cards, just go through, see what we get, kind of deal, and go from there. I gotta adjust this because apparently it's, there we go, maybe like that. We'll figure out this stuff someday, I guess. But yeah, so I'm going to shuffle the tarot cards. I'm just going to pull them out one by one. We're going to match them, like put them up just in order and go from there. I'm not trying to think of any specific story to do. We're just going to see what we get. I am still learning my tarot cards, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull through. I'm going to go through, write them all down, and then we'll go back and I have a guidebook here, and we'll figure out kind of an outline to a story once we get this part taken care of. So I got my guidebook right here. This is the deck. This is the Scorpio Sea deck by Maggie Stiefvater. This is like my favorite deck. Love it. So this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna start right off. I'm really bad at shuffling, so like, don't mind me shuffling. We're just gonna see with what we get. I usually just shuffle until I feel like I need to stop. So, or one like yeets out. We're gonna go with this one. Page of Swords is gonna be our opening image. This is what it is. I think the light's making it a little weird, but so Page of Swords, we're gonna write that down. Probably should turn this so I can actually, write it. I was gonna just tape them on because like the person I saw doing this was taping them on, but I was like, what if something works different locations, So I wanted to make sure that I had plenty of wiggle room while doing this of not committing one card to only one location. If more than one card comes up, then like if it comes up more than once, then it was meant to come up more than once. So that's what I'm doing. I'll lay them all out at the end if there isn't duplicates and like show that. But until then, we're just gonna do this. All right, you think this is good? He's looking at me like, hell no. Oh my God. This card just came up again. Is that supposed to be our theme stated too? Okay. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just losing things. Alright, let's do this one. Five of Swords is going to be our theme stated. Look how cute that is. So all I'm doing while I'm shuffling these, like I'm really thinking about like this story and like I look at each piece, like I'm on setup right now. So I'm really just thinking like, what guide me to this setup? What is the setup? What do we need for this? What card goes for this story? Like I said, I don't have a story in mind. We're just going with it. So, oh, this one flipped. So we're going to go with this one. Knight of Wands. So that's going to be our setup, is the Knight of Wands. These cards are just so gorgeous. I literally just will sometimes just shuffle them just so I can see them. I am doing another project with these, which I think is going to be really cool. As I'm trying to learn my tarot cards, I have a really bad memory. So what I'm going to be doing, and I will be having it on this as well, is I will be doing a poem or just a writing prompt per each card. What I'm going to do is to just pick a random card one day, I'll like write them down as I go along, make sure that I don't duplicate any. And I'll just write, like, before I look up what it is, like, just how I feel about the card, the intentions that I'm feeling, connecting kind of thing. And then after that, I will be looking it up. And when I look it up, I will be doing, like, a second part to that writing prompt of writing like how I feel, just using as a prompt essentially to see if that helps me kind of remember the cards a little better. Just because, like I said, my brain is just, I have had these cards for like 2 years now, I think. And we have the Fool as our catalyst. Catalyst, cat. I've had them for a year. And, no, 2 years, I think I just said. I can't remember exactly. I think it was 2 years. And I know like 3 cards. And I use them quite often. I just cannot remember things. So I'm really hoping that this will help me get to learn. This included. Our debate is the King of Cups. I'm probably going to cut a lot of this. So like if you're like, ew, what's going on? I'm probably going to cut quite a bit down because obviously I'm shuffling until I feel like the intention is there. So yeah, don't be, if I'm just randomly showing you a card suddenly, that's why. Break into 2, 7 of Wands. I think this one has one of the like main suits is technically different. I think it matches the deck more than like the actual like normal thing. I think like usually it's pentacles, and I think this one is coins. If I'm correct, I might be, I don't know. We have King of Wands is our B story. So yeah, if you see like one of them seems a little weird, it's slightly off of the normal. Oh my god. We're on to fun and games. And 3 just dropped in front of me. I have 4 of Wands, Justice, and the Empress were the 3 that just dropped in front of me as I'm doing this. So we're going to do these ones for sure. All right, we're on to the midpoint. I'm pretty, like, excited for this. Like, there's a lot of wands, apparently. We've had the Knight, the 7, the King, and the 4. And there's our midpoint, is 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups. I accidentally just put it away instead of, showing it to you. It just yeeted itself across. So we're going with that one. Alright, bad guys close in. We got 3 pieces for this. Maybe 3 will jump out again. That was actually pretty cool. I thought that was excellent. It was like, this is what you're getting for this. That one kind of fell out. So the Tower is the first part. And then, okay, so we have 2 and 3. What is 2 going to be? That one kind of popped out. 8 of Swords is going to be the second one, and the bad guys close in. And we have one more. Let's see what we get. The Devil. Okay. So we have the Tower. Is the first one. Let me try and get that to show well. It's like, no, don't show. The Tower, we have 8 of Swords. Lovely little lion. And then the Devil. He's a goat. Okay. All is lost. So all is lost. We got 5 of coins. That looks like an all is lost, just the way he looks with the like broken, like dead little plant. 5 of coins. So Dark Knight is the next one. So Dark Knight of the Soul. we've gotten past the middle. This is like the right before, you know, the main characters are gonna go in their like last battle. They're kind of like, you know, everything's terrible beforehand. Not really terrible sometimes, depending on what it is, but you know. He's looking at me. Hi! What one are you? Are you the fool? Or the devil? You're the cute dog. That's what you are, aren't you? Alright, we got the moon. Alright, 3 left, guys. We have Break Into 3, Finale, and Final Image. So, Break Into 3. We have 5 of Wands for Break Into 3. Alright, Finale and Final Image. Here we go. Ace of Swords is our finale. I love that unicorn. So pretty. 1 left, Bubba's. We got 1 left. He's so unimpressed. He's looking at me like, can you stop and like spoil me instead? You know, like, really, Mom? This is what you're doing with your time? And we have the Queen of Cups. Look at those cute little hedgehogs. Alright, we're going to switch out of this position. I'm going to go through, pull these all out, lay them out, and then we'll be back to go through and figure out how we're going to structure this based off all the cards. Okay, we're going to try this. This is kind of rigged up weird, but I want to be able to show you guys the cards and everything, and where they go. So, we got for our opening image, the Page of Swords. And then we have for theme stated the 5 of Swords. We almost had a swords theme going on here for a moment. Then we had the Knight of Wands. Then the Catalyst is our Fool. So that could be pretty good. Debate was King of Cups. Then we had Break Into the 7 of Wands. I told you there's a lot of wands here. Because next B story is King of Wands. Fun and Games, we get 4 of Wands. But then Justice and the Empress. And we go down to our midpoint, which is 6 of Cups. Bad Guys Close In, Tower. 8 of Swords. The Devil. All Is Lost is 5 of Coins. Dark Knight is the Moon. 5 of Wands is our Break Into 3. Finale is Ace of Swords. And Final Image is the Queen of Cups. So that is our layout. So now we got to go figure out what these all are and how to implement them as a story. Okay. So what we're doing is I got this board again, the big paper, because I didn't want to go get up and get other paper. I'm going to write down like the opening image with the card. I'm going to go through and like Page of Swords is first. So we're going to go find that. Page of Swords. So here is like the guide to it. I'm basically just going to write down these keywords and maybe a little bit from the paragraph. This is the reversed one and this is this one. I'm just doing them all upright. So Page of Swords, assertive, immature, careless, smart. It says this young man has an amazing future ahead of him and he knows it. He's going to say whatever is on his mind before checking with anyone else because his sense of self is huge and he's 100% sure that he's right. He's a bit cocky and sometimes this serves him. Sometimes not so much. The pages are unique in that they are learning all the lessons of the Ace through 10 and trying to turn them into a lifestyle. They are trying to grow and be independent but often forget that growing and maturing takes time. They are in such a rush to move that they often trip and drop their swords. This is a smart kid though. He'll pick it up in a flash and be off again ready to take on the world. So I'll write down probably like immature, careless, smart, cocky, and then maybe like a word or something that goes with it. So I'm going to go through and do all of this and then we'll check back in once I get all of these written down. went through all this, so I'm going to kind of like point it out as we go along, or kind of, because I have one hand. So our opening image was the Page of Swords. Immature, cocky, thinks he knows it all, but he's very smart. So I feel like that could be very likely like our protagonist, maybe, in the opening image. And then we go down to the theme stated, which is the Five of Swords, which was selfish, mean, hostile, shady motivations, no trust, which that relates so well to the opening image that I was like, okay, this is really like putting itself together. Next was the setup of Knight of Wands, who is ready to go with no destination, impulsive, energetic, headfirst into life. And so far these three were like just putting themselves together, really like making a character almost out of this, which I thought was pretty excellent. Of, you know, first three already relating to each other, relating to a character. Excellent. Then we get to the catalyst, the Fool, fearless, taking a risk, a pull to adventure, taking chances. And it's just like, this beginning part is all just perfectly related to each other. It was excellent. Debate, King of Cups, stable, wisdom, devoted to love ourselves and embrace flaws. So that one kind of felt a little different compared to the beginning part. Like, these went so well, and then this one was like the opposite. But I was like, you know, that's the debate. It could definitely work out for sure. Break into two was the Seven of Wands, stand firm, run over anyone in your way, determination. B's story, King of Wands, smartest person in the room, mature, driven, lots of advice. So I was like, okay, B's story is usually when you really get like that extra characters in there. So that was like, that was perfect. That was perfect person to go with the Page of Swords. Excellent. Fun and games, we have the Four of Wands, which bask in accomplishment, and in between celebration, breathe it in. That's kind of stop, breathe it in, bask in what you've done. And I'm like, okay, all right, I guess we can figure out how to connect that to our page. Justice, sees through nonsense, done with bullshit, truth, fairness, balance. The Empress, embrace what life hands you, nurturing, support, security, love, and happiness. And then our midpoint was Six of Cups, happy, delight, joy, which this feels like it was working up to. There's some kind of accomplishment that the beginning character might have, happy about it, you know, embracing what they got. And then we get into the after the midpoint. I had to switch my page. Maybe. There we go. That works. So our bad guys close in. We started with the Tower. Sudden change. Everything is about the chains. Misfortune. Tragedy. My light's falling. Catastrophe. We can go without the light. It's fine. So I was like, that works perfectly. You know, we ended up happy, and now everything's shifted. It sucks. Eight of Swords, trapped, frozen, powerless. Very trapped in place, very frozen in place, feeling very powerless. That just goes perfectly along with the rest of it. The Devil, perversion of the real you, pulled to things that make you ashamed inside, addiction, temptation. Goes on to the All Is Lost, where he tried, he failed, unsettled, dejection. Into Dark Night of the Soul, the Moon, things are not what they seem, anxiety, mental illness. And I was like, that is almost perfect. We've come from being happy and, you know, just powering through things to something has gone wrong. And now we got into mental illness. So then, break into three, the Five of Wands was emotion, drama, conflict, and moving away from it. It was like, okay. Finale, Ace of Swords, moment of beauty and clarity with insight and ideas. It's like, we're moving right away from this. And the final image, Queen of Cups, choosing vulnerability even when it hurts, loving, intuitive. And just the circle that it came from the Queen of Cups with choosing vulnerability from the Page of Swords, who is just like cocky know-it-all. I was like, this worked out so well. So now the next steps will be, I'm going to try and figure out what I can do with this story, because I think it's pretty epic. Like, how does that come so full circle amazingly? I had so much fun working on this. So I think I am definitely going to try and maybe over the next couple weeks see what I can come up with some kind of story, maybe just like a short story, novella type of situation, and see where we get using this outline and whatnot. But I think that is it for today. That is using Save the Cat and tarot cards to come up with kind of an outline, and I'm really excited to try and turn this into like a full fleshed out outline. I'm not going to do it on this video. We'll probably do like a follow-up video for that once we kind of have time to think about it, because right now I gotta go do a few things before I have to leave for the week again. So I'll probably over the week work on this a little bit. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everybody!